Alright, so it is time to get started on this year's seeds. And last year, I kind of let the garden go. Ooh, my hair's a mess. I kind of let the garden just go for different reasons, health reasons, that kind of thing. This year, however, I would really like to make sure that we get something out of it. So I'm starting the seeds for my brassicas, for my herbs, for my shallots and green onions, some of which I've already got started. And I'm starting some of the, what did I get? I got oregano, parsley, lemon balm. I can't remember the other two that I did just now, but I'm trying two different ways of doing it. So the first way that I'm doing it is I'm just using these trays that I got off of Amazon. They're, I think they're like 1.5 or 2 inches high. No more than 2 for sure. And all I'm doing is filling it most of the way. I have, you can see little lines right in here that I just used my spade and cut into it. And then I have the markers along the back that I have written in order. And I'm just sprinkling the seeds in some sort of row and then sprinkle a little bit of dirt over it, patting it down a little bit. And then I'm trying a new thing out. Walmart has these hefty 2.5 gallon Ziplocs, and I try to stay away from disposable plastics, but because I can reuse this over and over and over, I didn't think it was too awful bad. But basically, I have my heat mat, I have my light, and I'm putting them in these bags after I've given them a good water, and using that as my humididome, basically. And so I have 3 from my original seed starting that hasn't gotten at least 50% up. Around 50 to 60% of the seeds when they come up is when I take the humididome off. And then these I just pulled out. We have broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts in this one. And then back there we have chives, and I want to say basil maybe. But I did this one the same way as that first one where there's lines. So there's a line there and here and here. And I have for these, I actually have the thing sticking up. And then I have my third heat mat here. I actually have 4 heat mats, but I'm not going to need it right yet. And so I have the bags from the first set that I've used up here with some loofahs that have been dried from like 2 years ago that I haven't gotten to yet. And so I have this tray all done. So this tray will go into one of the bags. And then I got a soil blocker. I have not perfected the soil block mix yet, but I started doing that in some of them as well. And like I said, I haven't perfected the mix, but I can get 12 of them. I thought I'd be able to get them like this way, but it's just like a hair too short and I don't want it to fall apart. And so I can get 12 of those in here. So I'm just doing straight rows because most of my plants I want at least 4 of. So I'm just doing straight plants, and then I'll do the same thing with the humididome. And then once at least 50% of each one of them come up, then I will take it off and just have them underneath the lights. Alright, so I got all the herbs I want to get started in the grow trays over there underneath the lights, in the bags, on top of the heat mats. And you might be able to hear my dogs upstairs because they decided they wanted to start arguing. So all I'm doing now, I'm going to start some Swiss chards, some winter choy, and some dino kale. And get those started. I'm just trying to like space out my seedings to not be so overwhelming. So I have my soil block there. Like I said, the soil block mix isn't quite perfect. I need to get something that'll hold it together just a little bit more. But I did get that. I got 12 soil blocks in here. I got these off of Amazon last year. I think I got like, oh geez, I want to say like 1,000 or, let's see if it says 500. I got 500 piece of these, and they've worked amazing. And then I get these. They're just the Amazon Basics permanent markers. You get like a 12 pack for $3, and it works just fine. By the time the writing wears off, you can tell what it is. So I'm going to get these started, and all I'm going to do is put two seeds in each block, and then I have them labeled back there. And once the Humidome bag comes off, then I will stick those up like in between these blocks so I know which one is which. And is it just me, or does anybody else think that Swiss chard seeds look really weird? The first time I saw them, I thought they looked like the goat head stickers that we have here in Kansas. I was very concerned. I was like, oh my god, they gave me the wrong thing. But no, it came up with Swiss chard. And I have the rainbow Swiss chard just because I usually give this to my chickens. So I'm not necessarily all that worried. I got that. It was like 69 cents. I got that one. It was on sale. It was 99 cents originally, but I got it for like 69 cents. But I don't mind Swiss chard, the leaf part of it, but I don't like the stems. And my youngest likes the stems, but doesn't like the leaf part. And my chickens like all of it. So, and then I'm just folding it down. I want to leave all of this information for when I make another batch. And then I keep painter's tape. And I tape it closed. And it keeps it closed, but then if I need to open it for some reason, then it's just right there. It's kind of like the green sticky bits, but that even wears off pretty quickly. And so many greens and root vegetables to me have the same looking seed. Like these have these little bitty round brown seeds. They look like radish seeds to me, but they're for the winter choy. I don't know, I just find it, some of that stuff I find funny, how it can look like something else. You really have to, we'll see, like this one. The dinosaur kale looks the exact same, which would make sense because they're both greens, but at the same time, that doesn't make sense for the radishes, and I think they look like radish seeds, personally. My dogs are going crazy upstairs. I'm probably getting my package in the mail is probably why they're barking. We're getting a new bed frame. Well, we're getting a new bed too, but the bed frame comes today. So. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take, it's a 2.5 gallon, it was like $3 for 10 of them or something like that. And like I said, I'll just continue to reuse them. I'm just going to take my tray, put it in. It even has the nice zipper, so it's, you know it's going to get closed. It has the slide zipper. And then I'm just going to put it over here. I just put it over here on my grow tray. And, or on my heat mat. And within a week or so, it should be popped through. I got some herbs. I got some more greens. I have some of my brassicas already coming up. Now the issue will be just remembering to water them because we have ours in a basement. And so sometimes it's hard to remember, oh yeah, we need to go downstairs every so often and check on the seedlings. And like when they're first coming up, I check on them constantly, it seems like. But it takes like 6 to 8 weeks for them to come up and actually get big enough. So anyway, that is it. That is all I'm doing to start seeds this year. I'm hoping to not have to buy very many plant starts. I have an issue growing or starting cilantro and dill from seed. So I'm hoping I can get that this year. And if you haven't grabbed these picture boxes from Hobby Lobby to store your seeds, get on it because it is like the best idea ever. Mine's trying to fall over on me, but it is the best idea. I used my Silhouette to organize mine and put the names on it, but you can use pretty much anything. And I have mine organized by types of seed. So like I have, well, let me show you. So I have herbs, and I have two things of herbs. I just keep those two together because when I first started, I only had one, and I haven't redone it. Brassicas, melons, tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, root veggies, miscellaneous, okra, squash, and then ones that I have or got as freebies and I didn't like or wasn't going to use. So if I do a seed trade, then I'll use those. And then I got a second one because I ran out of space, and I haven't filled all this one up yet. I would like to get different kinds of greens, but right now I only have one thing of greens, some carrots, peas, pumpkins, and beans. I thought about getting one for my flowers, but I have a lot of flowers. And I don't know necessarily how to organize them. So right now they're just in a big shoebox. But that's it. That's at least for part of the spring garden. I have a good portion of it seeded out. And I have garlic planted. We got that planted in November. We got garlic planted then. I'm going to get my onions ordered so we can get those in the ground soon. And I'd like to get some carrot tape in the ground and see. That's one thing I tried last year was carrot tape, and it did not seem to work. So I'm hoping I can try the carrot tape, and if that doesn't work, I'll try the carrot slurry with the cornstarch and see if that works better for germination, because I'd really like to be able to can some, can some carrots, as well as I like dehydrating them for stir fries and fried rice. And I'm out of breath because I had to walk up and down the stairs. Whew. And carrots. And I'd like to get some for fresh eating. So, but that is it, guys. Happy seed starting. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have not liked and subscribed, please do so. Please feel free to do so, I should say. And hopefully this garden goes better than the last year's.